I should take a minute to introduce myself. I'm Alfred Deedham, stonemason since I started working in 2004, I guess. I think this will be my 18th year in the trade. I live in the house that I grew up in, but I spent some time out west working in Big Sky, Montana on big ski homes and moved back to Vermont in 2010. Started my business, Old Goat Masonry. I was down in central Vermont before, but I don't know, 7 years ago, my wife and I moved back to my hometown, my family's homestead. We just barely closed on this property with this granite quarry on it. Over. So here's my truck, excavator. It's a road. You come up the road, get onto this little landing here. It's not much space. Jared of Feather and Wedge Masonry, he showed up yesterday with a pretty short trailer, and it was pretty tight getting them turned around. So I have to cut some trees here and make some more space. But there's a big massive grout pile right there. This trail runs down pile. There's another grout pile. I've been calling them a promontory. I don't know if that's really what it is, a promontory. Anyway, yeah, this whole thing, this big ridge, it's just a mountain of stone, right out at the end here where I suspect the good cell service is. This is up taller than the trees, really. It's a real substantial pile. And again, I don't think the camera will really give any sense of scale, but it's down there. It's probably 50 feet below where I stand right now. This is a big pile of stone, and there's a lot of material here. Honestly, I think this will be the last thing that I tear into this particular promontory. Leave this one intact to the extent possible, but but that pile over there I'll get right into. I think there's a lot of wall stone. I could split a lot of that material up too into veneer, coins, some steps. Those blocks aren't particularly long. Yeah, so these two piles are on the southern edge of this landing. I was able to use some ArcGIS software buddy set me up with and kind of paste off the area of this landing, and it's like 0.081 acres or something like that. So I'm sure there's some corresponding figure in square feet. So again, for reference, there's my truck. There's the grout piles over there. I'm walking over to the eastern side of the landing, and this is where the pond is. I don't know how deep it is. I don't know anything about this pond other than I'm not sure if I'm going to go swimming in it. That's something I think I know. I could say that with resounding certainty. I don't know. Maybe I'll take a dip someday. Big face up there, obviously. And gotta navigate this without getting crushed or dropping my phone. Yeah, another grout pile. These are bigger blocks. might be able to get some other material out of here. Up there, more cliff face. A lot of foliage. You can't really see around here very well. Up behind all those trees and everything, there's just more granite faces, and they're, you know, drill marks all over. I walked around the rim of this thing, and yeah, I mean, I don't know where the good granite is. I don't know where they're focusing their efforts or what. All I know is it'll take me a while before I really even start considering splitting fresh material out of the mountain, because there's just so much down here to work with. You know, and I'm also limited by the equipment that I have. So now I'm walking around the northern edge of this landing. Back there's my machine, and the stone I splits right there. It's my truck. So I'm on the northern edge here, and you know, there's a lot of really nice material up here. Just these blocks that are all cached, you know, staged up here. You know, so I suspect they pulled them out. From where, I couldn't say specifically. You know, I don't know where they wrapped up their operation in the 30s, but down here there's a piece of cable from the old derrick. So yeah, they just stacked all these blocks all over, and I mean, there's hundreds of them. I don't know, it gives some sense of scale. It's you know, like a 2 by 3 foot block right there, 2 feet high. And yeah, so now I would be on the northwest corner of that landing up in the woods, and there's just this trail of these blocks that run all the way up to the top. And I think what I'm going to do is start from the bottom down there. I think you can kind of see my excavator there on the landing. I think I'm just going to work my way up and drag these out, you know, kind of build a road, you know, below where these blocks are. Another option being, could like come up from over there, but there are a few pretty steep pitches. Yeah, so it's just this trail of blocks that goes all the way up to the top. And you know, and there's some big pieces up here. That's an 8-foot stone right there, I suspect, at least, if not 10. Nice landing right here. There's a corker. That's 12 feet, I suspect. You know, it's hidden by those leaves. You know, that's a real nice face. So these, you know, these real long stones, I'm gonna handle them with kid gloves, getting them out of the woods, getting them down onto the landing, and you know, try to sell those as lintels, you know, for fireplace pieces. If I can keep them. There's another nice one. Oh wow, yeah, that one goes all the way down to right there. So that's probably, oh yeah, again, it's another 12 feet. So I reckon if I keep those stones, well, obviously intact, but without marking up the faces, leaving that nice weathered face, then they would make a delightful accent piece for a fireplace specifically, you know, or they could be posts or whatever, I don't know. But nice stones, handle them respectfully, I guess. And then, yeah, so now up at the top of that trail of blocks, if you look way down there is my excavator. There are some big landing pieces up here. Big, you know, I think they'd make decent steps depending on what the bottoms look like. You know, if you split them up, squared them up a little bit. Just, you know, nice pieces. It's a real nice poster. Oh, yeah, that guy. That's a nice post right there. Then there's this thing, this old boiler. A description of the Rosa Brothers quarry that I found, you know, stated that they had state-of-the-art equipment, including a 45-ton derrick that would, I guess, would have been steam-powered, and it seems that they had some type of air compressor up here. I don't know. They had rock drills that were pneumatic rock drills. So somehow they were generating that compressed air. And I don't know anything about primitive air compression, but so that's a boiler, presumably, you know, to run the derrick anyway. And that's, you know, that's still sitting up here. A few pieces of metal like that around, and yeah. And then now I'm one of the rims of the quarry. And below all this stone, you know, there's still a lot of ledge. I think once I pull this material out of here, I can expose the ledge underneath and start working on that, start splitting that material, and you know, hopefully I can get the hang of it and find a portion of this mountain that'll give me big long pieces, because I'd like to be able to split up 10 or 12 foot steps, or whatever people want. But I'd really like to get into the larger format material. You know, really the big hitch in my giddy up is just the size of my excavator. You know, it's 3.5 ton machine. It served me really well for my masonry work. You know, it's just under 6 feet wide. You can get into tight places and all that stuff, but this is a different ball game, and I think I need a bigger machine. So I don't know. I guess I'm gonna keep an eye out, and I don't know if I should get like a 308 or, you know, one of those like 16,000 pound rigs that I could still conceivably move fairly easily, or if I should just see about getting a big, like a 320, you know, big 20-ton machine. I don't know. We'll see about that, but let's see what it's gonna take to get this stone down off the mountain. Oh yeah, the other thing I did was, you know, this morning I cut a couple pieces of angle iron, and I set those, you know, I set those 16 inches back from the face, just kind of hoping to create a pressure point there. And I don't know if it worked or not. I don't see how it could possibly hurt anything. So, you know, well, I guess except for maybe me, if the stone were to fall forward, so just got to be conscious of which way it's going to go when I'm getting close to completing that split. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. So, Alfred Needham, Vermont Heritage Granite Company. And that's the first split. That's my tiny machine. I really look forward to seeing what this mountain can do for me and the stone community at large, I guess. Thank you.